a culture, right, women are always like being doubted in a bit, you know, in a way that someone will ask himself, can this person do this? Yeah, if you're in construction, if they are into welding, people will have something like a doubt. But for now, that was like 10 years back when we were starting this company, and we were very few as women entrepreneurs in ICT. But slowly, with the support, of course, support of the government, support of different actors who were pushing women to go into public and private. This is a computer lab that is installed for over some time, and we have different students who are coming in here to learn different courses: coding, software development, networking, cybersecurity. As you can see, a lot of things happening here, and we have also different groups, yeah? Like we have morning session, we have afternoon sessions and evening sessions for the people who are working, yeah? So they come after work to learn different courses that they need in their capacity or in their areas. So this is one of our computer lab, and we have about 3 computer labs that are serving, and that's where we train different things, as I said. And whoever is interested to register for different courses, please, you can register with us through our website, through our phone numbers, and also we have a YouTube channel. We are on Instagram. When you type Natcom Services Limited, you will find us there, and then you can learn more about what we offer. Yeah, so we call upon different people, that's young people, fresh graduates, from universities, from college, from TVET schools, from secondary schools, from primary level, also from the, from the community, people who want to learn basic ICT skills, yeah? It doesn't mean that you come here for coding only. You can even come for other basic courses, fundamentals in ICT, but you gain more skills as you come. Thank you very much, and I hope you register. Thank you.
Good day, dear viewers, here at The Niche. At The Niche 2025 on YouTube, at The Niche 2025 on X, and at The Niche 2025 on our Facebook page, where we show all these business talk shows. So again, we are focusing today on innovation in business. Where are the opportunities? Today we are with a woman in ICT leadership, a lady rather, and Kevine. We are glad to host you at The Niche. We would like you to tell us all about your journey with Natcom, your company. What is The Niche for Natcom? How did you arrive at all this? I see several computer labs. I see several classes happening, and the output for the business society for employers, I think it is great in ICT. So start by telling us about yourself and Natcom, your role in Natcom.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Kevine. I'm the CEO and founder of Natcom ICT Training Center. Natcom started long ago. We are over 13 years now. We started back in 2011 by providing capacity building in ICT in different areas. We train different categories of people. We train fresh graduates from universities. We train young people from high school and other schools. Also with all the citizens, I would say. Also we train what we call professional courses to the IT employed people who are working already, who are at workplace, who want to upgrade their skills in ICT. So we also have STEM programs. STEM programs is for women and girls in tech. Yeah, so myself, I'm a member of Tech Women, and we also drive different programs for promoting women in ICT, women technology, and also including young girls. For the journey of Natcom as the company. As an entrepreneur in technology, it wasn't easy, of course, but the main objective was to provide ICT skills, especially hands-on skills for the community, for the tech savvy, for the tech graduates who are ready to serve the community, who are ready to serve the government, and also serve the development of the country. So that's why I started this company, and so far we have seen a lot of success in this area. The business itself is challenging, of course, like any other business, it's challenging, yeah, especially when you are a woman. You asked me to talk about the challenges or the niche, and also to talk about as a woman entrepreneur. So it wasn't easy. First of all, the trust, yeah, in the community of gender balance or imbalance. But I thank the government that is promoting women in every sector. It's no longer a problem. A woman can do anything, almost anything, especially in business, in development. So the journey wasn't easy. Of course, people will not trust that this woman can make it, can make a business, can go into a tender and win the tender. But step by step, we managed to make it, and we managed to build that trust to the business industries. Now we have so many clients across the government, across the country, across corporates, NGOs, private sector. We are providing different services based with our company, of course. Yeah, so the journey was difficult, but we ended up succeeding, and that's why we are still into this. We are still providing trainings in Kigali. We have a branch in Imbavu. We have also programs that goes across the districts where we train youth into what we call digital skills, yeah, and soft skills as well. I'll talk about them later. So thank you very much.
Wow. In a nutshell, Natcom is a national training center for ICT that is really contributing to the knowledge-based economy, contributing to the workforce skills, and even starting at lower level at this, using the STEM programs to approach schools and especially the girls to interest them in ICT and sciences. So, but you mentioned one thing, and I wanted to point it out as a woman in ICT as well. So you mentioned that, I don't want to use the word of course, but when you are approaching big tenders, is there a doubt that as a woman you can deliver this or you can achieve this with all the proven records that you have mentioned and we have read about Natcom, knowing you from far long back as KIST, the former CST, and now you're here with all the professional maturity, with all the experience, having gone through the system, and you're also working with the government to meet the needs of the labor force. So how do you still have that doubt that, or does anyone out there still have a doubt that a woman can deliver in this domain?
Okay, thank you very much. Again, that's a very interesting question, because as a culture, right, women are always like being doubted in a bit, in a way that someone will ask himself, can this person do this? Yeah, if you're in construction, if they are into welding, people will have something like a doubt. But for now, that was like 10 years back when we were starting this company, and we were very few as women entrepreneurs in ICT. But slowly, with the support, of course, support of the government, support of different actors who were pushing women to go into public and private sector, we were supported in a way that even the women chamber, even the ICT chamber, they were supporting women, promoting women to do business in ICT. So the challenge didn't take long, and it was proven that women are capable of doing what they are doubting by then. And by that time also, technology was still very new. in terms of infrastructure, in terms of skills. We had really problem of skill sets that are required, and that's why people would question about the businesses that is brought out by a woman. But for now, over 10 years ago, people are no longer having that problem, and that's why we're still pushing to empower young women, girls and women to actually venture much more into this business of ICT.
I concur with you on the fact that women, we are passionate in whatever we do, especially when it's something that is bringing a difference to the society, in something like education, enabling the young people, the youth, and especially women and girls. I hear children playing outside there. I guess you're working with schools from primary level to adapt this very much required skill on the market, which is ICT. So I wanted to specifically check in terms of the measurables, what has been you or Natcom's contribution to skilled women workforce in the ICT, since you are also, I think you are one of the early birds in the space. In terms of the output from Natcom, the training output, as well as, in terms of the number of schools being engaged, any kind of measurable output from Natcom that you can attribute to it for the women empowerment.
Thank you very much. This question is very contributive, and I would start with the programs that we do in the STEM framework, whereby we support women and young girls from the young age. That means we have some programs that we have to visit schools. We have to visit schools, collaborate with schools, so that we can create some clubs for mentorship, so that those young girls who are still at the primary level, who are still at the young age, would see moms, big ladies, big moms who are coming to talk about ICT, who are coming to show them how coding is being done. They become so interested. So as Natcom, our contribution is really big, because we don't stop from the young ones. We also continue with the high schools. I will mention about more than 20 schools that we are working with, TVET schools, where we go and create girls club. We train them in coding, we train them in digital skills, networking, cybersecurity. So all is about putting them together and also trying to promote technology among young people, because sometimes you find those teenage age girls, they really like technology and they want to do such courses, such field, but when they graduate, then without any guidance, continuous guidance, they lose the interest. They drop from that interest of doing technology, and then they decide to do other courses, of which we lose some engineers, we lose some the best coding ever. Women are capable, they are passionate, as you said. They're very passionate about what they want to do. So we support them by empowering them, by mentoring them, training them, and when they are trained by other women, then they see it possible. They see it that these things are possible. I can do software development. I can develop an application. I can develop a website and sell it out and make it work. I can support this. I can do something with networks, databases. I can manage servers. So there are so many things that girls now discover that actually there are even a lot of opportunities in technology. So not only high school, we also have clubs in universities. We train fresh graduates like the ones you see from here when they are transitioning from school to employment. So they have to come for our programs, our boot camp programs, where we train them for between 1 month and 2, and after that we help them, we assist them to get internships, professional internships. from different employers so that they can also gain more experience at workplace. So we are still doing a lot, and right now we have also reached some women, now mothers in the community. We are working with local government in the sectors, Umurenge, Akagari. We have reached there also to promote this technology, because if you find women, young mothers or old mothers, they are using these smartphones, that means they are already into technology. So we have to give them some education about how to use it in a proper way, in the right way, actually. So that's what we are doing.
I can confirm that, because from your one of your pictures, I'm seeing one of the very good engineers, very skilled people that I know who has passed obviously at Natcom for training. Now you have mentioned something very interesting about enabling even the grassroots level women to reduce technophobia or de-risk it, because they have a smartphone. If they are not skilled on using it, they may end up using it only for calling. Exactly. Yet they can access a lot of information, start a business on smartphones. So how are you achieving this, getting to the grassroots level, and what has been the output in terms of maybe adoption, getting into a business? I know that there are some great progresses in this domain where, like telecoms and other stakeholders have come together to increase the smartphone penetration at the lowest level. And I think the government has played a major role in this. So I want to understand now, how are you targeting those people who have never been, maybe some of them have not had an education. They have a high level of technophobia, and you open up this Pandora box to them and introduce to them the exciting opportunities at that age.
Yes.
And maybe they are also able to interest their children, because technology adoption, I believe, should start at baby level.
Right.
Although the children nowadays are using it more for games and entertainment than education. So I just wanted to touch on that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's really a very key and very crucial part of the technology from the end users. Yeah, when you find that elders are using smartphones, but they didn't have a chance maybe to study or to even learn about how these apps are working. So we help them. They end up using on YouTube, WhatsApp, and always opening what is coming up on their screen. So it's something that we discover that really needs immediate attention, not only for parents and for young ones, as you say, because on the space or the technology, we have a lot of malwares, a lot of bad things and threats. Yeah, there's so many other things on the side of the technology which we have also to take care of. Yeah, so we managed to reach out to this community through Umurenge, Akagari, and then we would work with them. They invite them for meetings, and we have to come also take space and take a chance to talk about ICT. And in the end, you find that they become so interested, so they register for kind of like a class. Yeah, so that means we have to organize some workshops from like once in a week, a workshop at Akagari at the sector level, and then we meet elders, so that we talk about the trends of technology. They can see their kids maybe having headphones, they don't know what they're listening, they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, so right now it has really taken up, and it is taking a pace now, and people are so interested to know what is happening. We have this phone, one day their child or somebody else will buy like this smartphone as a gift, they hand it over to them, but of course they're using the user ways, the user manuals are not there. Nobody's there to tell you, this app works like this. So that's where we come in, and it is really taking pace, and people are so interested, but so far we haven't covered so many sectors. We started in Kigali. We are working in the Kajuru sector. We are working with the Kimirura. Also at the youth center in Kimisagara, we are also training some community people to use technologies, to use these gadgets, yeah? And thanks to the government that is promoting the penetration of the technology through telephones, yeah? It's really making sense. But plus all the efforts that we are doing all together, but the knowledge, the education around that is still key, is still needed. Look at we also tackled the sector of businesses, yeah? People who are into business, for example, in the downtown, Chic area, Nyabugogo area, everyone is on this smartphone, yeah? But the technology behind that is still a problem. So we are trying to balance, right? The skill sets among people and the users, of course, of what is coming out to us. Because everything is exposed to all of us, but not everything, of course, that is good for everyone. Yeah,
thank you for raising that. Everything is exposed to us, but not everything is good for us, especially considering the youth and the young people, the children who are exposed to some of the harmful content that we see. Before, I believe you have grown up in also in the past era, before the social media penetration, where our main concern was the behavior, the moral compatibility of the society. But now it's more prevalent because of the social media penetration, the YouTube access by everybody. Everybody has a smartphone in their hand, regardless of the age. I can place my phone down and my child, takes it for an hour. I don't know what they're streaming. So in terms of education, how are we going to resolve this issue of, I think some people just go out there and post content to get views, as you have seen in the past few days where we had almost a crisis of a young person that really, posted the worst kind of content. So how do we handle this in terms of, first of all, the end user, screening the content, filtering, the education in terms of how to, limit or choose the content that will build the right mindset and avoid the harmful content. And also in terms of content providers, the so-called content makers that are making, the harmful content. How do you think we can curb this? Because I see that the lawmakers are involved. Yes. But what about the technology educators like yourself and the others that can play really like a campaign to stop this vice in the society?
Thank you again. This is like a very big topic to narrate, but I'll just try to summarize a few. On the side of the right content, right? What is the right content to watch? What do you have to open and what not? This takes like the whole village, will say everyone has to do awareness about this, yeah? Because we have young people who are now accessing everything on the space. They are accessing, they are reading, they are listening, they are watching a lot of things. A lot of content is being posted like every minute because people are selling a lot of content, which is not, the right one, not all the contents that are really good for us. Yeah, so what is required is more awareness, more education, not only for us, one business, but each and every one, teachers in school, talk about it. They have to talk about it. They have to educate our people, our young people, about these content that are happening, that are coming up every minute to us. And that's where also the cybersecurity comes in. That's where data protection, praise the Lord. Yeah, it's a lot of things to be done in terms of controlling the content, because some content is already made in these smartphones. Yeah, the content is already there. You can't remove it because you bought it from the vendor side. Everyone is trying to make sure that they have that content in their gadgets. But what we have to do ourselves as kind of protecting our citizens, protecting our community from getting spoiled. There are measures. They are at a high level. There are measures at high level. There are measures at lower level. But all these things, they need more dialogues to the players. They need to discuss about this issue. Not only when you are hacked. Hacking is another part of it, yeah? Like the final part of it. But before you get hacked, how did it happen? What are the steps? What are the cases? So that you can be alert that this is not actually the right person I'm talking to. This is not the right message that I have to open. There's some very harmful software that people open just by opening because of less education around that or less knowledge, information about that. So those are really key things that we all need contribution. We need to contribute around that so that like the way people listen to the news on radio, on TV, they have to listen about, have to have some programs that are talking about the security of data protection, of the right content on the internet, on the space, on what we use. You know, it's a lot of collective efforts that are needed, and I hope together we can do it. Yeah?
Yes, thank you so much. That is a really elaborative way of dealing with it.
Yeah.
What I concur from it is that the internet is not safe. The internet is not safe. There are harmful softwares, there are harmful people with the wrong intention who are accessing our young people, accessing our children. So there needs to be a heavy protection in terms of internet access as per the age, as per the, you know, the kind of the use cases which someone is going to open the internet for.
Yeah.
So they are very profitable use cases, but they are also I think the Bible says an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So those people who are idle, just sitting and streaming YouTube or loading, you know, the harmful stuff, that needs a lot of education in terms of mindset change. So as we conclude, I would like you to send out like an invite to the especially upcoming ICT women innovators.
Yes.
Where are the opportunities in this domain? And do you think it's flooded? Do you think that the opportunities are exhausted? Because I think Rwanda has been prevalent as an ICT hub in the region and has done the maximum. But are there still innovation opportunities basing on the challenges that we've just mentioned? And how difficult is it for like a young lady to get into such a business in terms of the funding? Because that's where the challenges are mainly. But I see also that digital investment is less costly because using a smartphone, you can start, you know, a business. So I would just like you to reassure the young people out there, especially young women who are coming into this business of ICT, the opportunities that you see and the challenges to be feared, maybe the risk for us, those challenges.
Okay, thank you again. That's another very interesting question. The opportunities are still there in technology sector because you see nowadays, or where the trend is going, like everything is technology, right? You go home, whatever you have to open, you have to use a remote control, you have to use such things, you know. This phone can direct you from the direction from where you're going, that's GPS. This phone can reach out to somebody very far doing business, that is e-commerce. This phone can do a declaration on Irembo, right? And you get your document from where you are without even paying a transport to there. So there are a lot of things that technology is doing today, and that means actually a lot of opportunities in this sector. Right? So, for the challenge, actually when there is a challenge, that's where the opportunity grows. Yeah? I will quote like Jack Ma one time say that when there is an opportunity, when there is a challenge around you, that's actually the opportunity. And when there is no challenge, there's no business. Because you cannot solve anything, everything is done. But we are happy that we are lucky that everything now is challenging us as we move so very fast into knowledge economy, technology sector. Technology is driving the whole economy in the banks, in the education, in health sector, everywhere technology is being applied. So for the young ones, actually what I would say is like, from the very basic level, make sure that whenever you finish any education level, being a primary level, secondary level, college level, you have to have the basic skills for ICT. Because the first job that you're going to get, even if it's going to be in a grocery or a shop or a supermarket, they will need you to use a computer. They will need you to use Microsoft Word or Excel or whatever. So everyone has to have technology skills. That's number one, just to tap into the opportunity. Yeah, even if you are doing construction, even if you are doing, I don't know, even if you are a nurse, you have to make your report. You have to prepare your report in the computer. Nobody else will read your report on the paper. Yeah, everything has to go with technology. So that's a big opportunity that we have. Yeah, so technology is cross-cutting. Yeah, it's a cross-cutting aspect, and no one can run away from it. That's why we have even tried to make sure we reach to the elders so that they can use it. One time they are on the group of WhatsApp, they have to text, they have to give information, they have to share information in their community. So the opportunity is actually very wide. But again, coming back to this is the right information, the right way of using technology. That's where I stop. Thank you.
Yes, but before you stop, I see that there are also emerging technologies like artificial intelligence. You as a very busy CEO and founder of Natcom, you don't have time to go and cook, to make all, the old ways of switching on the stove, all that. I believe there are all these applications that are coming up to monitor the home through the cameras, to check the temperature of where the baby is sleeping, to monitor, even how they're reacting, the baby that you have left at home. Somebody told me that before, as I drive in to my garage, I start switching on the fridge, checking what is ready on checking the cooker, warming the food, all that via the application. So this is an invitation to innovators. These should all they should all not be foreign applications. We also need local applications and local content. So as we maybe again wind up, I would like to ask you, do you have plans of going in the region globally, or is it just Rwanda focused?
We actually have the plans to go to other countries around our borders. We have started discussions with the neighboring countries, but before that we have been also working with companies in Kenya, companies in Tanzania and Uganda because of experts. We have been sharing skill sets, resources in terms of technology, because not like everything, as you mentioned, that you can really satisfy, you can have everything in one place. We had to procure some trainers from India, from Kenya, from wherever around our region. So very soon we will also open branches in these countries so that we can offer even more services, not only in trainings and capacity building, but also we have started consultancy and developing solutions, as you said, because one of the things that we promote among youth, among young people, is innovation, to innovate around using their skills. You see, technology is about skills. Whatever you are capable of doing, just innovate around that. So based on that, we are doing some services in consultancy, providing, developing solutions. Some solutions are based on AI, other solutions are based on IoT. There's so many things, robotics, there's so many things we are doing now, which we want also to take out to another market from neighboring countries, and also expanding our partnerships also beyond the region. So that's what we are doing so far, and I hope it will make sense even for other communities. Rwanda has grown so very fast, but other people are still behind in terms of technology advancement.
Thank you. As we conclude, dear viewers, thank you for following us. I was with Kevine, the founder and CEO of Natcom. If you need training, especially ICT, you don't know how to use Excel, you need to accept a certificate in certain, you talked about them. Here we see laboratories. Actually, it's because it's a weekend, maybe some classes are out, but we will still show you what the infrastructure she has set up for this, and maybe how many, you'll talk about it in the demo, how many workforces you have, and all that, how you deliver on a day-to-day basis. Once again, your host at the niche, Judia Gasana, talking about business innovation opportunities, inviting you to innovate in this enterprise-led, ICT-led market of Rwanda, as well as across borders and globally. Thank you for staying with us.
This is a computer lab that is installed for over some time, and we have different students who are coming in here to learn different courses: coding, software development, networking, cybersecurity. As you can see, a lot of things happening here, and we have also different groups, like we have morning session, we have afternoon sessions and evening sessions for the people who are working, so they come after work to learn different courses that they need in their capacity or in their areas. So this is one of our computer lab, and we have about 3 computer labs that are serving, and that's where we train different things, as I said. And whoever is interested to register for different courses, please, you can register with us through our website, through our phone numbers, and also we have a YouTube channel. We are on Instagram. When you type Natcom Services Limited, you will find us there, and then you can learn more about what we offer. So we call upon different people, that's young people, fresh graduates, from universities, from college, from TVET schools, from secondary schools, from primary level, also from the, from the community, people who want to learn basic ICT skills, It doesn't mean that you come here for coding only. You can even come for other basic courses, fundamentals in ICT, but you gain more skills as you come. Thank you very much, and I hope you register. Thank you.